Hey everybody, what's going on? KG here. Today we're going to be talking about Black Friday deals in every size range. So we're going to make sure we get the best deals for you at every size. And I'm going to give you my top picks. So before we get into my picks, I do want to just talk about if you're looking for the cheapest, that's really going to be something that I think the best way to do it is to stick to TCL and Hisense for the cheapest TV. You're usually going to get the best TV technology for the price. That's going to be a good guideline to follow. For example, like if you're looking for a 55-inch and you just want the cheapest one out there, you can see that they're very similar in price, but you'll see that there is going to be QLEDs available for very similar prices. And from Hisense and TCL, that's the ones that I would start to go with. And you have to remember that they're all going to be very similar picture quality. Even if you go with the Samsung, a Sony, or an LG at this level, they're going to be similar to the TCL picture quality. And that's the thing that I stress to you guys the most when you're talking about budget TV options. Find the one that does have the best options for you and ultimately the best operating system, the thing that you're going to feel most comfortable with. But if you are just looking for the best picture quality for the money, it's usually going to be TCL or Hisense, especially with those QLED TVs in the budget category. But what I'm going to cover today is going to be my picks, and they won't have 60 hertz direct lit TVs in them. So I'm just letting you guys know that I don't really recommend the 60 hertz direct lit TVs because I do feel like if you are buying a TV and you want it to last for the next 5 years, these are not great ways to go about doing that. Direct lit and edge lit TVs are not going to look nearly as good as full array local dimming TVs. They're just not going to. And I also think that a lot of you guys that are watching this are probably gamers. And if you get a 60 hertz TV, that's not going to be something that you want for the long run. You do want something that can do 120 hertz. So everything that I cover in this video is going to be at least 120 hertz. And it is also at least going to be full array local dimming or higher. I don't think there's very many good 42-inch deals out there. So I will jump you guys up to the next best thing, and that is going to be the 48-inch size. And I go to the 48-inch size because I'm telling you guys here, this is kind of the best one that you can get, the best bang for your buck you can get in this size range. The LG B4 48-inch for $649, you're going to be able to get this in open box for a little bit cheaper, in excellent condition. They'll ship it straight to your house. All 50-inch sizes and below will ship to your house on Best Buy. So that's just one thing to keep in mind with open box. I do think that this is a really good deal though. 48-inch OLED for $649. Now let's go to 55-inch. And I'm not going to talk about the direct lit, edge lit TVs here. I don't think those are very good deals, to be honest with you. And I'm going to avoid 60 hertz TVs as well. We're going to look at a 55-inch 120 hertz TV in the Hisense U7N and the TCL QM7. This is this year's TV. These are both going to be mini LED TVs, and they are going to be very similar in quality. So really good if you're looking for a 55-inch particularly, and that's the only size you're looking for. That's going to be a good way to look. If you want to go with a 65-inch, then you're looking at $699 for those two. And again, that's where I would look in the 65-inch size at this range. But wait, if you could spend $300 more on a TV and get one of way better quality, would you do it? And that's where I present you this deal right here. And the reason why I didn't show you 55-inch OLEDs is because we do have this available, but I do want to say it might not be available when you are watching this video. So if it's gone, I'm sorry. And if it's gone, there is an alternative. And I guess that would be the LG B4 for $12.99, but you're not going to get the same quality as this S90C 65-inch here for $9.99. And that is why I didn't show you the 55-inch, because the cheapest 55-inch OLED you can get is the LG B4 for $9.99. And this is a 65-inch for the same price. And just so you understand how good of a deal this is, we're talking about a 65-inch QD OLED TV for $9.99. It is the same technology that is being used in the Sony A95L. So you know you're getting a ridiculously good deal here when you're talking about the Samsung S90C. And I have seen them side by side, and there's not that much of a difference. It's really not a significant difference here. So yeah, the S90C for $999 is absolutely insane. This is the best deal that I've seen in the fall on an OLED TV. And this one is a QD OLED TV. Again, S90C. Don't miss this deal. If you can get it, that's going to be a great one to pick up. And yes, I do recommend it over the Hisense U8N for the same price and the QM8. Now, before we get on to the rest of the sizes, if you guys are enjoying this video and you are planning on buying a TV this holiday season, when you guys do decide to buy your next TV, if you could, please use one of my affiliate links in the description. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for your support. All right, going up in price, we are finding ourselves back at the usual suspects here with the U7N and the QM7. Very similar TVs. They both should be $899 by the time Black Friday hits. So yeah, this is the deals that I would be looking for in the 75-inch size. Nothing lower, nothing really higher, unless you're really looking for just a little bit more out of your TV. There's like thresholds, and when you cross those thresholds, you're not getting that much more out of it. Like a QM8 compared to a QM7, not a huge noticeable difference. It is brighter. The HDR is a little bit more impactful, but it's not a huge difference, right? So it's like you're not missing out on that much. And then if you want a little bit better picture processing, you can look at the Bravia 7 or the QN90D from Samsung. But I want to say that once you get to the QM7, I do feel like there's going to be diminishing returns with the way that your TV looks at that level, until you get all the way up to an OLED TV. So I do like the Bravia 7 and I do like the QN90 series from Samsung, but we are getting close to 77-inch OLEDs there. And it's going to be the best option for you with contrast. So if contrast is important to you, then that's something that you have to consider. And the same kind of logic can be applied to the 85-inch category as well. And when you can get to the OLED TV level for $15.99, which is what it should be on Black Friday, it's $16.99 right now, but it will go down in price. That is where you want to be looking. The S85D is also probably going to be at $15.99 come Black Friday. And the S84D, that's a Best Buy exclusive. That's also probably going to be the same price at $15.99. So $15.99 is where I'll be looking for a 77-inch OLED, if you are looking for a 77-inch OLED. So on the topic of price, this is not a video that is sponsored from Best Buy, but I do want to mention that they do have a good return policy here. It's the holiday return policy. And under this holiday return policy, they also include price matching. So if you see these TVs getting cheaper during this Black Friday period, make sure you reach out to them and get that price adjustment so you can save money. Because there are going to be some of these TVs that might drop another $100 or $200. For example, this OLED B4 that I'm showing you here, it's $16.99 right now. But in a few days, it will be $15.99 at Costco. And that price will be reflected on BestBuy.com and all the other retailers as well. So if you are going to buy it at $16.99, make sure you do get your price match when the opportunity arises. Let's go to 85-inch. Once again, we're talking about the usual suspects, the U7N and the QM7. Again, once you get past these, you're not going to get much more. And then once you go past them, you're also looking at potentially getting OLED. So that would be the 85-inch options. But if you're looking for an OLED TV, you can get an 83-inch OLED B4 from LG for $24.99. And then also a Samsung S85D for $24.99. And the S85D and the B4 are very similar TVs. You're really just kind of picking which brand you like the best here and which features come with the brand that you like the best. So operating system plays a big part in your selection here with the LG and the Samsung, and also the features that come with the TV. So as we go up in size to the 98-inch options, we will look at the Q6 here for $15.99. It's a direct lit TV. For $200 more, you can go into local dimming with the $17.99 U76. This is going to give you local dimming, but I think the one that I would stretch to personally is going to be $22.99 for the TCL QM7. This is going to be a mini LED TV, and I've seen this one in person, and I was very impressed with it. So this is where I would go personally if I was going with a 98-inch or 100-inch TV. I know there's some of you guys, though, that don't want to go with TCL or Hisense for whatever reason. There is the Samsung 98-inch DU9000, and I have seen this TV in person as well, and it was next to other direct lit 98-inch TVs, And I do think that this one looked better than those. I would still go with the QM7 over this one, but if you don't want to go with those two brands and you want to go with Samsung, this is a great looking TV. I have seen it in person and it really does pass the immersion test. You get a good picture out of this. Again, I cannot stress this enough. If you're a 65-inch buyer, look at the Samsung S90C. You will not be disappointed. I didn't cover the premium options here because we were kind of just looking for the best bang for your buck. But if you're looking for the premium TV deals, I do have that in my other Black Friday videos. Check them out right here if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next one.